Let's continue with the catapult. This is what we did in the last video, and where we're going is something like this. And so we're missing a cup and also a crossbar here that is going to stop our launch beam. And so let's make those two things. Let's make the cup first, and let's see, I am going to make it, again, I like to do this, go for a mid-plane, say between here and here. And I think I missed that one. So let's zoom up. Plane, mid-plane, midway between that plane, and there it is. And what we're going to do is we are going to put a sketch here. We're going to revolve it. And so let's go with a line here. Let's project first the bottom here. And we'll put a line here, and it's going to go out. Let's go 0.5. And it's going to come up at some angle, and it's going to come back here. Let's make that 1 inch, and then back home like so. And you can see that it turned gray on the inside, which means it's a closed 2D figure, but we're missing some constraints, such as the distance away from the edge, or just in general locating this thing. So what I can do here is I can turn off the launch beam. There we go. And I want to make the distance from the center of the cup to here, just for now, I don't know, 1 maybe. Or let's see, let's make it 0.5, so it's right on the edge there. And we're still not fully constrained. Oh yeah, this height here, I don't know, this I think is around 2 inches. Is that too big? That might be too big. Let's change that to, I forgot what the dimensions of this little cup is, but it doesn't really matter here. We're just doing what ifs here. So I think I got it fully constrained. It's all black, it's gray in the middle. So I can come here to the revolve tool and grab that area, revolve it around that axis, and I have something like that. And I wasn't paying attention, but it did make a new instead of add it, so that's good. Let's rename that to cup. And we're going to do a shell here. Let's shell it to 0.05050,000, so it's going to be a paper cup. There we go. I can turn off the visibility of this plane, and I can put the launch beam back on, and you can see that that's about where we want it. Now the last thing we need to make is the bar across here that will stop the motion of the launch beam. So what I'm going to do, I don't know where this thing should be. That's what we're going to use the CAD for, is to experiment where that should be. I'm going to place a sketch right here, and I'm just going to, I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn off, I know this, pretty much the stuff that's sort of in my way here, and I really don't need the dowel to be on. And you can see in this one I have sort of a U-shape beam. Now that's a little bit harder to make and probably less strong than just a beam. So what I could do is have a beam straight across here, and for now let's just do that. Let's keep things simple. So what I'm going to do here is make a rectangle that goes from here and goes the same height. I'm going to find the height here, go over here, I'm going to find the, no I'm not. So let's back off on that. Let's use this geometry, and then I can go to the rectangle tool, click here, and that's going to, by touching up here, that's going to tell me how high to go, and then by coming over here and touching there, that's going to tell me how far to go. So I'm going to click there, and you can see it's black, and then I'm going to, let's see, accept that sketch and extrude it that direction, and again it's going to be 0.75, and it's going to be a new part, and let's do that. And I wish that was a different color to distinguish a little bit. So let's rename this, and I think I was calling this, I forgot what I called this, the stopper. So let's call that, how about, yeah, I'll just call it stopper, S-T-O-P-P-E-R. So that's the stopper, and I'm going to give it a different color, edit appearance, just to get a little bit of contrast among all the parts. So now I can turn everything back on and see where I'm at. And you can see already that we're hitting here, but that doesn't really matter because we're not in the assembly yet, so that's okay. Now let's make a ball. So I'm going to turn one of these planes, this plane, back on, and I'm going to make a sketch on it, and I am going to project, oops, that's not what I want. I want use, and I am going to make a ball here, and I'm going to come up, let's make it, I forgot again the diameter, I'll update this, let's make it 1.5 inches in diameter, like so. And then I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to make a line that goes right in the middle here so I can revolve that. And also, I am going to, let's see if I can do this. I'm going to project or use this geometry here, like so. And then I'm going to turn off the cup. And I'm going to see if I can use a tangent constraint with the ball and that part of the cup. And it doesn't like that. Okay. We can come out of that. I think it's because it's fixed right there. Alright, that's good enough. We'll take that. So I'm going to accept that and then revolve that area and that area around this axis. And it's a new, okay, it turns it nice and yellow. So I can turn the cup back on, Shift 7. I can turn that plane back off. And you can see I think I've got all the parts I need. Now we're going to put this into assembly, put in some mates, and everything will be a fixed mate except for the revolute mate between the launch beam here and the dowel. And we're up to about 8 minutes on this video, so we're going to do that in the next video. Thanks for watching.